all jacked up. Looks like we are live. Got a couple things we might try to do today. Got to cut off some sprues so I can use that silver. And then this was my first silver sand cast I ever did. And I did another one for 3D. Well, I did one for an auction and 3D picked it up. So this will be a number 2. Rather light piece, but it's a fun one to do. It's not the easiest one to do, so we'll see what happens with that. But I'm just gonna get going here. Trying to get it tight, but I don't want it to be too tight because I do got to push that in. It's not a very big piece, but got to get that little back part in there. It shouldn't be hard, but so I don't want to like roll it hard, but I got to get it tight. Might roll it a little bit. 7 Stacks, what's up? Titan, what's going on? My 2 biggest supporters. Wrong channel. Nah, he's in the right place. Hope you guys are having a good day. Can't believe it's Thursday already. That kind of came out of nowhere. I was like, oh crap, I gotta go live today. Totally forgot. It snowed again on me. So that was fun. I shoveled a bunch of snow, man. I was sore as hell yesterday. Feeling better today though. Trying to get back into working out ever since I hurt my shoulder, or my arm really, more than my shoulder, but it's been a slow process getting back into that. But I talked to somebody today in the community, and he was talking about how he don't give himself any excuses, and man, that's how I need to start being a little bit more. No excuses. Just do the damn thing. If it hurts, it hurts. You get through the pain. You gotta fight through it. I might roll it just a little bit. Last time I tried not to do it hard and it kind of seemed weird, like it was almost too soft, but I think this will be good. That should be good. So this one is a hard one because I can't take it down here like I normally do. I got to do it through the sand. So we're going to pop it back out through the bottom there. Hopefully this, you know, I probably should have used that other flask. What the hell was I thinking? I was going to do something else first and I changed my mind. Forgot to switch flasks. So you talk like that to your wife? I would never. Escape from the cell again. Well, I appreciate you stopping in here. Titan is on the run. Blistering Barnacles, what's going on? Appreciate you guys hanging out. Got 12 people here and 3 likes. Feel free to double tap that screen for me. I would really appreciate it. I think I'm gonna have to get this glove off. I got some new gloves, but they're kind of thin. I'm trying to save these as best I can. These are 7mm gloves. They're nice and thick. When you're trying to run your hand through this thing and you're rubbing on it, it just eventually tears. Oops. I think I might put a little bit on the piece too. So this is a light piece, but one of my first ever attempts, and it worked out perfect. Then I tried to do it again and it was terrible. Twice actually. So that can happen sometimes. Yeah, I think I should have rolled it a little bit more. This is a little too easy to push in. Which isn't necessarily a bad thing, but it can be. I feel like that bent a little bit. It did. Just a little bit. That should do it. I almost want to dig out around that a little bit, but I don't know if I necessarily want to go that far. Let's just press it down a little bit with this. And get a nice seal right there. The problem is when it's a little bit soft on this side, when you put the other side on and you're rolling it real hard, for one, it likes to stick to the sand. It kind of sticks to each other a lot worse, but isn't quite as bad as the other one I did was, so we'll see what happens. That one ended up working out anyway, so I'm sure we'll be fine. We'll just put a lot of this on there. $2.10, what's going on? Appreciate you stopping in. We are making a copy of my first silver sand cast ever. I mean, not this piece, but this was the first attempt, the first piece I ever attempted to pour. And this will be a number 2. I have the prototype and I sold a number 1. And this will be the number 2. Will be available at my next auction, should it turn out good. If not, it will be remelted. I actually glued the back of it a little bit to thicken it up because it was really thin in certain spots. And in the middle, I wanted it to be a little thicker, so I put some glue there. And that seemed to have fixed the issue. I like that 210. I need to say, what's going on, metalheads? I like that. You know, I thought I had enough duff clay to do 2 flasks, and it looks like I'm already too low. It wouldn't be if I had Petrobond. You know, I was just thinking too, because I pushed it down on that side, it's going to be soft on the side where I have to put the sprue. We'll see what happens. It's the only thing about pouring live. If you screw up, everybody sees it. Didn't have much left. Looks like chocolate, doesn't it? Rolled up chocolate. Man, you know, I might not even need to melt the sprues on that. I got some shot and some rounds. This one is so tight. It's such a pain in the butt to get open. So I don't like using it. Actually, let me get this bad boy right here. Hopefully without messing it up. I'd say that looks pretty good. There's a little bit of pull out. And I think it's fixed. Sorry, guys. She knows I'm live. Why the hell is she calling me right now? Ooh, that fell right out. Perfect. That was easy. That doesn't always happen. I got a new tripod. That kind of sucks. So I'm trying to do this. I broke my other tripod. The Cranky Stacker, what's up? 3D Woodworks, what's going on? Appreciate you guys. Man, it's a lot shaky. A lot more shaky on this one. All right, so what we're gonna do is I gotta get down. That's why I leave that little spot. Now I could have cut this off, but I leave it there because it gives me something to go in through. just already there. This was like a pin or something, and I filled it in with sand so sand didn't get stuck in there, and then glued the back of it because it was kind of like warped in to where, see how this sticks out that far? It was all about the same thickness, so I made it to where that part's thicker. 3D's got one of these. How do you like yours, 3D? Is it good? If you do a second pour, make it a banner. What's the banner? Wait, this is the banner. You talking about this? YouTube, this is not real. AI, this is not real. This is silver. This is a copy. It's fake. It's like a toy. Please do not end my stream. Thank you. I think that was what the banner was, unless you're talking about something else. Yeah, I got that. I'm going to have to cut that sprue off. And then I got this. I got one of these in copper, too. So I got to cut the sprues off of both of these, which I might do while I'm waiting for the furnace to heat up. Man, why am I so shaky today? Hold on, we got to push this down a little bit. I need everything to be perfecto. Okay, you're not straight. Let's go straight. Okay. So now we'll have a nice area with a big old stream coming into it. This size stick is perfect. I don't know how big it is, but they make a bunch of different sizes, and I like this one. There's a thicker one too. I used to make everything a lot thicker, but that size works pretty good. And bam, we're in there. We are in there like swimwear. I heard somebody say that on like a TV show or something the other day. And I was like, dang, I started saying that in like 1996. I mean, I didn't make it up or anything. I don't know why I start babbling sometimes. Sorry, guys. I just feel like I should be talking, you know? Maybe I should just whistle while I work. Yeah, I would like this to be a little bit harder, but it'll work. It's not quite as tight as it usually is. Keep it clean, tighten. I know what you're thinking. Get those edges a little bit. I think I definitely want this to be a little bit bigger for sure. Yeah, I gotta say, I don't know if I've ever done one of these this way on a live before, so this might be a first. Coming in through the side. Maybe once or twice. Not a lot, though. Cool thing about this is everything is perfect. It's not sticking up at all, so I can put it upside down and work on it. 37 and 8 thumbs up. Come on, guys. Double tap this screen. You know you want to. You know you want it. You already got it done. Yeah, I did that. I think I did that in a live stream, the last live stream. Last Thursday? Or was it Thursday before? No, I missed the Thursday before. It might have been the Thursday before that. It's been a little while. Stop watching TV. Yeah, I don't watch TV much, Titan, I can tell you that. Turn on the TV. Oh, turn off the TV. Mudvayne. Anybody ever listen to Mudvayne? I don't really listen to that stuff like I used to, but I used to love me some Mudvayne. I went and saw them in concert once. It was Ozfest. I went to see him in Virginia. And it was one of the coolest things I had ever seen. Because the guitarist was painted black from head to toe. Bald head, painted black, everything. Arms, didn't have a shirt on, had like shorts on, and the whole rest of him was painted black. So you're like, oh, that's pretty cool. So actually, you hear the music, and everybody's all pumped up, and I was right on the floor. I was like in the pit, right? Kind of 3 or 4 people back. Like, we got there early. And all of a sudden, the music starts playing. You're getting all hyped up, but you can't see nobody because there's a big sheet or something, you know, kind of covering the stage. All of a sudden, it drops down, and I see these 4 guys, because they weren't supposed to be wearing makeup anymore back then. This was a while ago, because they used to wear all the stuff, and then they quit doing it. Well, the guitarist, he's got like these old goggles for like flying in planes, you know, when planes first came out from like the 20s, those big old goggles. He's got those on, and I can't remember what else is going on. The drummer had something else going on, but I'll never forget those goggles, seeing the dude in black. And then the Chad, the singer, comes out. He's wearing a monkey suit without the head. So it's just a monkey suit with black gloves, a baseball bat that's got blood all over it, and blood like dripping down his eyes, and he's all painted up to look crazy. And he starts pointing that bat at everybody when he's singing, rah, rah. And I was like, chills, man. It was so freaking awesome. That was a good show. So if there is any metal heads in here, other than this type of metal, that was a good show. Then Chad started to sing in that other band with Vinnie Paul, and then Vinnie Paul done died on us. That was the drummer for Pantera and for that other band, which I can't think of it at the moment for some reason. Got that one little spot that's kind of weird. I want that to be a little bit more smooth. But anyway, they had a song, turn off the TV. Loud. I gotta say though, my favorite metal band is Tool. By far. And she's always telling me how Tool sucks. Tool sucks. My daughter's like, Taylor Swift is amazing and Tool sucks. Kids. All right, blistering barnacles. Have a good day. Yeah, so I think we are pretty good on this one. I'm going to draw some lines out here. Actually, with this one, you know what I should probably do to make sure everything gets out really good is draw a line out here, draw a line out here, draw a line out here, and here on all 4 corners. And then poke it through, but like on an angle so that everything can really breathe. To make sure everything fills out right. I don't know why this kind of looks a little off right here. I'm gonna have to do some surgery because it looks a little bit off, like right in that spot. Oh, you know what happened? Because this glue kind of popped out a little bit. It got stuck kind of on the side of it. I probably should put another little piece of glue there. And it just kind of made it to where it's not quite perfect, but we can fix that. This is the back anyway, so this doesn't have to be perfect. And this is one of those ones I can't stamp, which kind of sucks. Because I don't want to bend it. I might try to get a 3/9 fine stamp on it. Because now that I have the what the hell's it called? The pitch bowl. I have a pitch bowl over there. That bowl right there. It's real hard, and you heat it up with like a hair dryer. That's all I use, and it makes it malleable, like Play-Doh almost, or clay, like a soft clay. And you can stick the piece in there, so it doesn't really bend it as much. That should work, but we'll see. Tooly, what's going on? I feel like I haven't seen you in a while. Everything all good with you? Kids, you can dress them up, but you can't use them as bait when you go fishing. This is true. Definitely wouldn't, unless you use like a fingernail. Clip their fingernails and use those. That's about the only part of my daughter I would try to use. I doubt it would work anyway. Oh, hair. You could cut a piece of hair off and make a fly. There you go. You can use them as bait. We just got really weird all of a sudden. Titan, you're bad influence. Where's my other stuff? Donde? I can't find nothing. Wow, there's something I've been looking for forever, and I just found it. This isn't it, but so if I make this kind of come over pretty long, so it's out of the way, and then I do it on like an angle out to the corner, when I pour it, they'll be like out here, and then when I pour in here, you got to make sure that it's not going to go back into one of the small holes from the top. But I haven't done this type of venting in a while. Get out of the way pretty good. Let me take this one over a little bit more. That way we don't have to worry about it. The bad part is these are probably going to fill up with silver, which is a little bit more cleanup, but it's all good. And then what I'm going to do is on this end, I'm going to draw a couple lines just to make sure we are good. Especially on this corner. I wanted to make sure these corners on both sides can breathe. I really don't want to go too far because I don't want to get into those numbers. Man, I should have drank that Red Bull. I've been doing really good not drinking energy drinks. And you can tell I had one today. Shaky as hell. Come on, baby. Just run this right out here. We should definitely be good on venting. The oven is on. I'm gonna throw this in there real quick. I got the oven set on 200 degrees. Actually, you know what? I gotta start that furnace up. That's got to get up to temperature before I put the silver in, and that takes 20 minutes. So once that gets heated up, we'll do that. So we'll go out, we'll cut these sprues. Oh, I got to show you guys something. So I'm not a leather worker by any means, but I tried to make some coin bags. This is what I came up with. This is the, hold on, it's the snakeskin leather I was telling you guys I had. So it's a little coin bag. It is not great, I'll be honest. The sewing, I figured out that I was supposed to go, like you put two in and bring it through, put two in, bring it through, so it's doing it on both sides. I only did it in, back in, back in, you know what I mean? So it should be double that. I mean, it holds great, but you can kind of see it and it just doesn't look perfect. This one, side's a little bit, it's a little wonky. I think I got to push that out a little bit more. We'll see, it's just not, I don't know. I like it, I think it's cool, but, and you cinch it up and tie it off. First attempt at something like that. This is the other one, this is already closed. I did one that was kind of like straight. It's not easy to tie, so I really don't want to untie it, but try one that was straight and one that was more like a circle. The other one was a circle, and this one's kind of more like a square. But rounded on the corners just enough. It's been snowing for a couple days. Well, it snowed yesterday. And raining and everything after that, so it was kind of hard to get outside. And what you're supposed to do is put it in a vise. So you put it in a vise and then you can poke it through and then go through with the two. You run the line through, tie a needle to each side and then go through the same hole and then keep doing it like that. And I didn't have the vise out there. It was cold, been snowing and rainy and everything, so I just tried to do it by hand. But I tried. You're working a lot. Whispering so Tuli doesn't hear you. Oh wait, I did. Uh-oh. Oops. Yes, I am. Thomas Z, what's going on? Can you tell me, my friend Thomas, he smelled like poo-poo? Can you tell my friend Thomas he smelled like poo-poo? Well, Thomas, you smell like poo-poo. You're welcome. I gotta say, it's probably the first time I've ever had anybody come in and request that, but you know, if it's what the people want, it's what the people get. All right, we're gonna go out. Hopefully this new tripod is not ridiculous. We're gonna cut the sprue, and I'll just use the sprues. That should be enough. Well, I was gonna do 2 pours, but we'll just do 1. My daughter has a dance tonight, so I can't be out here forever. But yeah, it's a little snowy out there, is it not? Here's my big old pile I had to shovel out of the way. I'm glad it rained on it though. Last night, buddy. Sorry, guys. It seems to do better when I'm out back behind the shed than it does when I'm in the shed. We're back? Okay, cool. Yeah, I went out of YouTube and then clicked on like the regular home screen and then went back into YouTube. So hopefully it's going to be good now. There we go. We got the people back. Sorry, guys. I don't know what the hell happened. When I go into the shed, it gets a little squirrely sometimes. I need to let it recover outside of the shed and then go back into it. I think that's what I need to do next time. But anyway, we're about to pour one of these. This is the Bicentennial Eagle. It's holding 1776 and 1976 in the talons. Pretty cool piece. And then I was thinking about maybe doing another one of these for the next auction. I want to try to knock out one more flying turtle, because I know a lot of you like the flying turtle. And then I'm going to do another praying hands, hopefully. I'm running low on silver, though, man. I've been melting down a lot of stuff. I'm kind of running out of things to melt. Yeah, so we are sand casting. I got everything ready to go. The silver is in the forge, the furnace, and the flask is in the oven, getting nice and warmed up. But it's going to be a little while before we get there, so I might throw something else in and just have it ready for later. But last time I had a couple of these in the last auction, and somebody was asking about that. They wanted to get at least the double barrel. So I'm probably going to do these again. And I'm pretty sure both of these are under ½ ounce. Kind of small pieces. Then again, I kind of want to do the spearhead again in silver. I have this eagle too. This is a nice one too. This one's hard to do though. You have to do it with two sides like this. I can't use the side that has the pins on it, because I don't want this to be on the other side. And if I stick it in like this and I flip it over, if I just put sand on top of that, it'll go into this and it'll be really thin. And I don't want it to be thin like that. I want this to be flat. So I take another side just like this, and I make sure that I put it right in the center of this. That way when I take the other one, I can just eyeball it right in the center, and hopefully it'll go right in the middle. So it's kind of a hard one to do, but so far so good with it. I've done 2 of those now. Turtle. Yes, Evan, I got some other turtles. That I was thinking about doing, because there's 2 flying turtles, and it would be cool to have 3. I do like this one. It's still in a necklace. I bought a bunch of necklaces so I can make some copies. But the problem is that mouth right there is going to be hard. Once I pull it out, that'll probably fall right out. If any sand gets in that, because you got to do it from the top and the bottom. And when you open it, anything that went up in there will kick back out. So that might be a hard one. Not to mention I have to fill in this hole right here. They all have a hole. Here's one it's going to be heavy. It's a pretty thick one. It's kind of cool that it's holding the little babies on his back though. But this one has the holes on the side. And last time what I did with the other one that you got, I put a toothpick through it and broke it off and then put super glue on the outside. And you can't even really tell. That worked out pretty good. But that's going to be a thick one. That's probably, I don't know, 3 ounces? Maybe. Here's another one that has the same, this hole is actually like underneath of the neck. So that would be an easy one to do too. And I like the designs. So this might be one I try. Not quite as thick. Yeah, I could file the mouth back in. It might be better to just, I don't know, it's going to be kind of hard to glue it, but putting some glue there, or just taking sand and stuffing sand into the mouth and then just filing the mouth back out later. would probably be the best way to go about it. And then here's another one. Of course, it's kind of goofy on the head. And I'd have to get the sand all the way up to there. Here's one that's kind of thin. That one's not quite as thick. And I can fill in that hole. Doesn't have much going on for a mouth. I'll have to make the mouth with this one. And it's hard to get the eyes and everything right because you're coming down from the top and bottom. So anything from the side is always hard to get any kind of detail like that. I do like this one too, though. Decisions. There's another one. Same thing with the mouth. Sometimes I'll use wood glue on pieces to kind of, like at the back, like this one. I 3D printed this, and it just, the way I did it, I probably should have 3D printed it like this, or like this, but I did it flat, and you can see it's a little bit different. You can't tell now because all the lines that were there, I took wood glue and just rubbed it in it and let it dry, did it again, let it dry, and then it makes it smooth. But I don't know about that when it comes to the mouth, unless I tape both edges and kind of get it in that way so it can't just fall out. I might attempt this one at some point. You guys like that? The problem is I'm going to have to take it in. I might have to try to take it in from the back. Because taking it in from the bottom here or the top, either way, the only way for it to get to the other side is through these 3 small little spots. And I don't know how great that's going to work. If everything else below it will fill out right. What do you think, bro? Think it'll get down in there all right? You don't know until you try, I guess. Here was a couple other necklaces I picked up, wanting to make copies of it. This one, I like the owl, but man, that hole is huge. I mean, I should be able to, I mean, I could leave it there and then somebody could use it as a necklace. That one might be cool just to leave it. I don't really do a whole lot of pieces that have holes in it so that you can wear it. But, and then I had this one too, another eagle. But where that hole is, probably gonna have to put something like a toothpick in it and let it stick out just a little bit. That way I can file it back down to make it flat later. Had to rest my internet. No, I think it was me. I don't think it was you, 3D. It's not you, it's me. I sound like we're breaking up. You like the Punisher? You think it'll pour fine down into the other side? That'd be a nice one to do because it's not too thick. It'd probably be like 1.5 ounces, maybe 1.25 ounces. It's kind of the thickness of a coin. Who dat? Who dat? You know what I was gonna do? I purposefully bought 2 of them. Does anybody see the problem with trying to do a double side? What's the problem that I didn't think about? Copper Altcoins, what's going on? Appreciate you stopping in. I didn't realize that the sides are different. So if I tried to do it, it's not going to line up. It's totally different. Goofy. Pay attention, man. I did one of these before. It was a little bit different. This is a different one. I might try this one at some point. It's like an eagle talon with an eagle engraved. Wow, I'm about to lose this. Dang, that almost fell off. That would have sucked. This little cheap vise that you can just put on the edge of a table. The problem is my table isn't flat. I was trying to put it on a table that has like a little ridge around it. That didn't work so well. I mean, it held on, but it also isn't big enough for me to put like the rest of that thing. Like I was showing you guys, I made a couple of these little snakeskin pouches for coins. This is the first attempt, just trying it to see what would happen. It's not perfect, but handmade. Should I try to throw this up in the next auction? That was the plan. You just cinch it tight, put your coins in it. They're all a little bit different too, because you can see this one I made, it's a lot smaller scales. Sometimes they're bigger, sometimes they're smaller, so it's always a little bit different. But that was the first attempt at something a little crazy. Cool eagle, which one are we talking about? The actual talon? I have another one that I did, and it's downstairs. This was the other version, which is pretty close to the original one I did. So there is a couple different versions. All right, let's see what the consensus is. Okay, that's the same one. Never mind. That's pretty much the same thing, just different color. Where's the other one? I had another one. Or this one. Oh, this is the other one. It's 7. You're gonna like this one. It's a talon with a turtle. The turtle talon. I might try to do this one. It's really not, the original really isn't the greatest. But I think it would look good in silver. The back's a little bit weird. I'm gonna have to take a grinder to it. The eye looks a little weird on one side. That's a little bit thicker than the one I did before, but not quite as long, so probably weighs about the same. The eagle moons. I got you. Yeah, maybe I'll try to knock another one of those out. It's about 340. And hopefully this thing will be up to temp pretty soon and melted. I can't be on here too late tonight because my daughter has a dance, so gotta get to that at 7. Dave Yolio, what's going on? I appreciate you stopping in. Hey, did you still want that Chiwu Chiang Wang? The one with the privy? I still have that. I have another one with a privy too. It's 2 different privies actually. Scrimshaw artwork. Oh, that's cool. Art is carved out of turtle. Or hold on, let me restart, guys. That reminds me of Scrimshaw artwork, where art is carved out of tusk or ivory. Is that legal to do that? Didn't they like outlaw ivory at one point? Or is that another country? I feel like it's outlawed somewhere because they were killing elephants for the tusks. I feel like that was a while ago. All right, the Broke Stacker, I appreciate you stopping in. I'm going to be shooting for next Friday. For those of you that want to stop by the auction, I'm shooting for next Friday. I was going to do it this Friday, and then I realized it was Valentine's Day, so we'll do it next Friday. And if not that Friday, it'll be the following Friday. I have to do it by then, but probably next Friday. And for those that just joined, this is what we're pouring. I'm making a copy of this in 999FineSilver. This is pewter, maybe? I don't even know what this is, the metal. It was a pin, so this little thing connected to like a pin that you could like stick it onto your shirt or whatever, you know, whatever it is you're wearing. I guess maybe if you were in the Eagles and you were wearing a suit, you would put this on. I don't know, it's kind of weird, but it had a pin, and I took that off so I can make a copy of it. That was my first silver sand cast I ever did. And I still have that prototype. And then I did another one, sold that in an auction. 3D Woodworks picked that up. I appreciate you. By the way, this video is brought to you by 3D Woodworks. Always got to give him a shout out. He's the reason why I have this furnace. So appreciate you, brother. I'm back. Had to grab something real quick. So this is another one that I did the other day. The silver one, we just cut the sprue off. This is copper. This is the first attempt at trying this in copper. The only thing is, it's not quite smooth on the top of the head right here, but a little bit of file work. I should be able to pull that out. The rest of it looks pretty good. I'll show you one that doesn't look good. I attempted to do the Griffin Lion bar because I still have this one in silver, and I figured it'd be cool to have one silver and copper. But this right here just didn't really look great. In the back. I think I had to change my gas out in the middle of the furnace going. I was running really low on gas, so I swapped it out real quick. And I thought I left it in long enough, but it probably would have been fine if it was silver, but copper has to be a little bit hotter. This is the number 7 praying hands. I still need to stamp it, but that's 3/9 fine silver. Made from a copy of this, which was my grandmother's. When she passed away, we had to clean out her apartment, and there was a cross hanging on the wall that had this on it, attached to it. But the cross was kind of big, so I drilled this out of it so I can make copies of it. This is the 7th one. So I turned this into this. And I might even try to make a number 8, because there is a few people that are interested. See what happens. Here's one that I did. You guys know I'm a perfectionist. So those little spots right here, there's like 3 little spots right there that kind of aggravate me a little bit. But the rest of it looks good. The back looks awesome. I still need to finish cleaning it up. I got this at Michael's. You know how you can get toys and it's like a tube of toys and it has a bunch of them in it, like little, a lot of times it's animals and things like that. Well, this was in one of those, and it had a bunch of things from, I keep thinking Roman times, but you know what I'm saying. Before that. The ancients. But that's called a scarab, right? Isn't that what that's called? What should I call this? Hieroglyphic scarab? I don't know what kind of writing that would be other than hieroglyphics. It probably has a different word. I don't know. I don't know a whole lot about that sort of thing. Sweet. I lost all my past saved emails. Did I have... Yeah, that was from the last auction, Davey Olio. That was the only thing. It was like 71 or 72 with shipping. I mean, I'll even make it 70. It's not a big deal. Shipped. I think there was only 5,000 of those minted. That's why it's a little expensive. Or was it 2,000? It might have been 2,000. I can't remember now. I got it downstairs. Ivory is generally not legal to create using elephant ivory due to strict regulations. Yeah, that's what I thought. But antique, okay. So from back in the day before they did that? Before 1989. Problem is proving it's before 1989. Yeah. I have seen a show about that where they were talking about how you can tell how old it is by looking at it. I was like, okay. "3D says, no problem, brother. I love watching the awesome pours. No furnace, no pours. It was a no-brainer for me." Oh, I did. I told you about that, right? I redid the other furnace. Man, the color is disgusting. It's like this nasty looking brown. Doesn't look anything like it did to begin with. And it cracked. It cracked before I even did the first burn. But it's holding really well. Like nothing's really trying to fall off. Like I was starting to get flakes falling off. And I didn't want that to fall down into the silver. So I had to make sure I redid it. And then the big hole that I had in the top, I finished all that and made that look good. And I poured a few things in it so far. So far, so good. But yeah, we're back to using the electric today. That's a cool pour. That's a cool one. Appreciate you guys. Hello, Bart. Appreciate you stopping in. It's a prototype. You're working the bugs out. It's fine. Yeah. Scarab tablet. That's a good one. I should have. Let me take a picture. I'm going to remember that. 3D Woodworks named it. I'm really bad with that sometimes. Okay, Davey Olio, appreciate you. That would actually help me out a lot right now, too. think before we go out, I'm going to make this tripod a little smaller so I can put you right up on the table. We should be about there. Let me go see if that's melted yet. It is ready to go. Probably gonna have to take you guys first. Y'all ready for the pour? Give me a thumbs up if you're ready for the pour. You're like, come on, Cap, that's why we're here. Yes, dummy, do the pour. I just like it when you guys interact. This is the worst tripod ever. I can't believe that other one broke on me like that. The thing was good to me for a while, I guess. This is like the El Cheapo that you can get off Amazon. It's not as tall as the other one, so that kind of sucks, but it's all good. I have to lift you down a little bit too. Does this go down? It does go down. All right. Hopefully I don't lose you guys. Oh, we got some thumbs up. You guys are ready. Let's go. All right, if I lose you, it'll come back. Let's just go. Do it. Dang, I don't have a whole lot of battery left anyway. This phone is also, I can live stream for like 3 hours before my battery goes, but I didn't have it fully charged earlier. It works out pretty good. All right, is that better? Hopefully it'll be better. Long Live Coins, what's going on? What's going on? Appreciate you stopping in. We're about to do a pour once I go grab it. Is it working now? Are we good or is it thinking? Let me know. Man, come on. This freaking phone is killing me. 5x5? That means we're good, right? I think I remember that being 5x5. We're good. All right, cool. Let me go grab this. Don't need clamps this time. Gloves. I need to get a shield on. Grab a sweatshirt or something. I'm not putting all that leather on. Man, you know what I didn't think about? Is how long this thing is to pour sometimes. And it likes to go long, out of the way, if that makes any sense. Wish me luck, guys. Fingers crossed. Swing. That was a perfect amount. Look at that. Don't get much better than that. I haven't done one of these in so long, I kind of forgot exactly how much silver I was going to need. It worked out perfect. Nice. Raw dogging it. Yeah, I'm raw dogging today. Safety last. Man, I need a fan in here. At least it's not copper. I'll tell you what, man. When I do copper, I have to pour it and run and get the hell out of here. Even with both doors open. There's a crosswind that blows right through here, but copper, you do not want to breathe in. The problem with doing it this way is I'm going to have to push that through, and I'm going to lose all the silver around it. So it's kind of a pain in the butt, but you got to do what you got to do. Man, there's a dead bug in there. I hate this flask. Oh man, it didn't work. Son of a... So I wasted all that and it didn't work. That's a hole right there. It didn't fill out all the way. It looks like it did there. That is weird. Well, it might be not quite burned. Yeah, you can see the spot. Ain't that some shit? Well, we gave it a good go. Holy crap. Let's not lose all that. Jeez. What I got there is enough. I'm not trying to lose more than that. I might even try to get a little bit of this off. Hot. Man, that sucks. Well, guys, this is part of pouring. If it worked every time, everybody'd probably do it. I want to save as much of this as I possibly can. Especially because it didn't work. Saved all that. Don't save that one. That's nasty. I'm so upset with myself right now. Might be able to save some of this. I have to go through it. A little bit of darkness is okay. You just got to make sure anything that's burnt is not there. I'm just gonna dunk this whole thing because it didn't work. Man, it sucks. Especially when you're live and it doesn't work. That's always a bummer. Taking a chance at the rest of it. You do want to try to get all that off while it's hot, because it's a lot harder to pop it out. Like when it's like this, you can just kind of get underneath of it and pop it right out. Such a thin piece. It is hard to do. Like I said, the first time I tried this, I did it and it was great. And I was like, man, this pouring thing is going to be easy. And then I tried it twice after that and it didn't work. And then I did it again and it did work. So 3D, you might have the only one, because the original I'm keeping, because that's my first pour ever. But unless somebody wants it with a hole in it, I guess I can always put it up and just see what happens. I'm just too much of a perfectionist, man. I don't like to let stuff out that isn't up to par with what I want to put out there, you know? I actually saved a lot of that sand. That's pretty good to be the only burnt. That actually worked out a lot better than I thought it was going to. So at least we saved most of the sand. I can't complain about that. Anyways. Yeah, I'm going to get it out and we'll clean it up. So what I've been doing is, hold on, let me close this and get it out of the way. Because I got good sand and burnt sand, so I really don't want to let that mix. I'm leaving this thing open, or yeah, if I leave it open, it's going to want to go all over the damn place. So let's see what it looks like. Basically, one of the wings has a hole in it. That's kind of what's happening here. Whew, that is cold. That wing's perfect. That wing is not so much. I used to do this with a wire brush, and it always leaves like little scratch marks. So I started using this plastic one after I cool it down, and it seems to work a lot better. And then I just let all that extra crap just go into the water and then clean it out later. You can tell this has been sitting outside for a couple days. Last time I came out here after we had that one snowstorm, it was frozen. This whole thing was froze. I mean, it kind of looks cool, but there's no way I'd put this out. It's got a freaking hole. She's got a hole. Wait, that didn't sound good. Let me move that. See? That's what happened the second and third time I did it, except both wings were like that. And this little piece here wasn't there. It was like just the top of the wing was there. That's why it's such a hard one to do. I wonder if I should have maybe used the bigger one. I have a stick that's a little bit thicker, and I think that might have been what I took in last time, now that I'm thinking about it. Looks like the dates came out okay. Yeah, the dates look good. Oh, this, I'd have to cut that off. That's just from that hole. But yeah, that kind of sucks. Oh well. If we're not pouring something good, at least we're learning, right? If you're not pouring, you're not learning. Yeah, the dates came out. The dates look good. I mean, they're not perfect, but they're pretty good. It's kind of hard to see in here. Okay, what is happening? Why is that so blurry? What is going on here? This new iPhone, it always zooms good when you press like 1, 2, 3, 4 like times, but when you try to zoom, it just doesn't do much. I don't get that. And if you get in too close, it'll go blurry as well. See, now it's blurry. But the dates are there. It's just missing a wing. Yeah, that's definitely a redo. Always learning. Still looks cool. I appreciate that. It's definitely a cool piece. I really do love the piece. I love anything that's a bicentennial anyway. And then finding the eagle. I found it in a consignment shop. And it had a pin on the back of it. It was like attached to like this little pin thing that I cut off of it. But I am going to try this again. I really want this to come out. This is how I did it last time. And it worked. But I'm thinking maybe I got to get it in there faster. You know, I might even, next time I do it, I might use the gas furnace. Because that tends to get it a little bit hotter too. Maybe when it's hotter for longer, it won't solidify quite as fast. It'll shrink up a lot more, but... Well, now it's zooming okay. The 6 is a little bit weak, but you can see it. It's there. Anyway, we tried. These are the other pieces. So those are actually good. Bicentennial. Eagle, not so much. So this is Alien Spawn. I couldn't think of Spawn. It's Alien Spawn. And I had to bring the silver in here, and I just cut those off. So this still needs to be cleaned up. This does too. But both of those will be up for auction at my next auction, which should be next Friday. I got a lot of pieces to clean up though. Not a lot. Last auction I had like 21 pieces. I don't have that many this time. Then again, I had some rounds too. Does anybody want me to do any of those 1/2 ounce or 1 ounce rounds? If I do a 1 ounce round, it can either be silver or toned. And I'll try to get some cool colors. and it'll be number 15. Or the half ounce, which I would have to start at 11. The next one will be 11. So if anybody is interested in those numbers and you want one, let me know, and I will try to knock one out for you. At least have one or two there if anybody's looking for them. $357 or 44, I don't know, to be honest. I feel like it's probably, it might even be a 38 special. It kind of looks like a 38 special to me. I just call it revolver because there's so many. But I have a 38 special that looks almost identical to this. But, you know, calibers are all, you have the same gun in different calibers. But yeah, what do you guys think? What do you think, Lawland Coy? Next Friday, not tomorrow. Tomorrow is Valentine's Day. I didn't want to do it on Valentine's Day. That would be rude. But yeah, I still have one of those Griffin Lion bars in silver. The copper one didn't really look great. I'll have to redo that too. By the way, I just posted a short, 3D. I don't know if you saw that. I posted a short of the number 10 that you got from me, the poker chip. And I was saying in that video, like, I think I poured about 15 of these to get to 10 or 11. And it's probably even worse than that, to be honest. I think I had like 4 that really weren't great. I had to redo. And because I had like 21 pours, some of those were the half ounce and 1 ounce rounds. So I didn't record every single one because I don't want to keep putting the same thing up. So I just recorded one of them. And then everything else, I made little short videos out of it. I've just been slacking on getting everything posted. So I'm going to try to get everything posted. Hopefully, I'm trying to do like a couple a day. Whenever I do like 6 or 7 in a row, they never get views. Anybody that's a subscriber will see that I got 7 videos there, and they're not going to go through all of them. So I got to be a little bit smarter about that and try to do it at least once a day, maybe 2 in a day. So I don't know. I want to get them all done by the next auction, so I only have 8 days to do that. So that might not work out. And the day of the auction, I don't like to have a bunch of videos either because I want people to see the actual auction preview and the auction. You know how it gets. There was somebody the other day, it's a band, and I don't even know how to pronounce it. Awesome band, though. Rock music. It's a dude that kind of, he sounds like Michael Jackson almost, but he's singing in like a rock band. And, or like the Weeknd kind of thing, type of voice. But singing rock music, and it's really good. But they post so many memes with their song in it. It'll be just all these different videos with their song in it. And they'll do like 7, 8 a day. And you can never watch all those. I mean, sometimes I do. Because I really like the music, and it's always the same song, so I find myself kind of scrolling through sometimes. But I don't really get on YouTube like I used to. It's hard to have time to really get on there and do stuff. I wish I could get on there and watch everybody's videos, but it's tough. So if anybody didn't see the last video I posted yesterday, or no, that was the day before yesterday, talking about the scent, I have over 200 views on that. So that's awesome because I have been struggling to even get like 80 to 100 views since I've been back. Live streams will always do a little bit better, but when it comes to the videos, it's been rough. So that was good. Hopefully they'll see that I got more views, at least double what I normally get, and then they'll start pushing it out there a little bit more, like they do my live streams. Some of the live streams, what was the last one? 12,000 views on a freaking live stream. Of course, everybody was in and out, but that's crazy. I wish they would push my videos like they push the live stream. I think since I did that, the picture that I put up, what's it called? What's that word? Oh God, I'm so dumb sometimes. You know, the picture of the live stream, what you see before you click on it. Since I put that picture up with the Thursday pour day in there, I think people see that and they're like interested in what's going on. They see metal pouring and they're like, oh, what's this? And then they click on, hang out for a little while, and then jet. So you get the views, but the duration is very low because so many people come in and out. But since I monetize too, you would think they would push your stuff a little bit more because they want to make money. So I have noticed that. It was funny because I started to set everything up, but not everything was right. I didn't have everything set up completely. And they were pushing all the live streams like crazy. And I think it's because they wanted me to finish that work. Who knows? It might have even been bots. I bet you YouTube has bots where they do stuff like that just to get you to finish the paperwork. You don't want to monetize? Here, let me give you all these views and make you feel like you're missing out. I really feel like that happens. Long live coins. Thank you. That is awesome. That is my first $10 super chat. Thank you so much for that. As a matter of fact, let me take a picture. I appreciate that. That's awesome. By the way, you should email me your address so I can send you a little swag pack. Because I'm pretty sure I haven't ever sent anything to you. That is really cool. Thumbnail, that's the word. I'm telling you, the Alzheimer's is setting in at 45. It's kind of ridiculous. Kids, don't do drugs or alcohol. It will ruin your brain. Not saying I did, but you shouldn't. Just saying. You're going to try to pour something today? Trying to chill out until I pass this flu. Oh, that sucks. I plan on coming to your auction season. Okay, Bellows, I appreciate that. Yeah, anybody wants their link dropped, feel free. Actually, hold on. Let me add. And LLC, type something. And make sure that worked. If you look at the description, my email, address, like all that stuff is in every video, every live stream. I've been trying to put it into the shorts too. Does anybody know? So when I have live streams, a bunch of stuff is already typed in. Like the main stuff is in my live streams. So I just got to add a little bit to it. How the hell do you go into YouTube? I don't know if it's in Studio, but how do you go in and have everything set up so it's the same every time? And then all you got to do is worry about changing the hashtags. That's what I need to figure out. I know people do it because there's no way people are typing all the stuff they type in. I just can't figure it out. I guess I need to watch a YouTube video on it. That's what I do for everything else. Yeah, I just didn't see it in YouTube Studio, like where obviously I did it once because it saved some of the stuff. But can you do it for shorts and for live streams? And because whenever I do a video, there's nothing there. So whenever I do a video, I have to type in everything, which kind of sucks. And it kind of makes me not post as many videos as I'd really like to. So I want to get one for live streams, one for video, and one for shorts. Because I would like to probably do different things in all of them. But I got to figure that out. Even if it's just for the live streams, there's things I'd like to add to it that I still have to type in every time. Especially like the rules for like the auction and all that. That really sucks on a Friday when I'm trying to type in all that stuff. Trying to remember everything. Half the time I forget something. You have a file in notes and cut and paste. That's a good idea too. Oh, that's an idea too. LLC. I am definitely old school when it comes to the gadgets, computers, you name it. Technology. Now, if I could set up a full band and do sound. I have a studio that all my drums are mic'd out. It doesn't sound that great, but I got to work on that. But I have a full sound system that I used to do shows with. I have a full lighting system. I can hook all that stuff up, no problem. I can run monitors, all that stuff. But when it comes to figuring out something on the damn computer, even with recording, I've just been using GarageBand whenever I try to make up some music, because the other one I had to get like a Steinberg key that I had to plug into the back of the computer. And apparently that went out. Or the computer just wouldn't let me use it anymore for whatever reason. So I just started using GarageBand because it's a hell of a lot easier anyway. And it's got some pretty good stuff in GarageBand. It's just a cheap version of Reason anyway, right? Or not Reason, the other one. The one that everybody uses. It's like a cheaper version of it, I guess. What I really like to learn is plugins. By the way, Long Live Coins, how do you get away with DJing? I played one of my old CDs from like 20 years ago. It's not my music, so I'm sure that's why. But they took the whole live stream down because of a copyright. Do you have to like write each song into it? In the description, is that what it is? Because I've seen people use music. But if you look in the description, they always have some kind of like what the music is. And I wonder if that's how they know and how they get paid. I don't know. I got to figure that out too. Because I would love to throw down a little DJ set. That'd be kind of fun. I can do it on TikTok. TikTok doesn't mess with you at all. You can play any kind of music on there. I wish YouTube was like that. Which, by the way, I wonder if they sell to an American company. Maybe that's why. Because it's a Chinese-owned company. I wonder if they sell to an American company, if then you can't do music anymore. Because there's a guy, LC3. Yeah, he plays Tool songs all the time. So he'll have a Tool song going, and he has a system where he can take out the guitar, and then he'll play the guitar live. I love that. There's some drummers that do it too, and just play Tool songs. That's all they do is Tool songs. I wish I was good enough to do that on drums. I wish I was good enough to do it on guitar. Who am I kidding? I play a little bit, but I just kind of jam. I'm not really good. I have a full recording studio, but I just kind of dabble. But I have been working on trying to make some music, some original music. I've got a lot of stuff on a digital 8-track recorder from back in the day, a Zoom recorder. I got probably 150 tracks on that, but it's all, nothing's finished. It's all just me kind of messing around and freestyling stuff. I used to get on, I'd hit record, and I'd lay down a drum track like all the way through for like a song. And then I'd go back, do the guitar all the way through. And a lot of times it was just off the top of my head, just trying to, like I'd work something out, record it real quick so I could come back to it and then do it for real. but I've never went back to any of those songs. And I probably have at least 10 songs that I think are probably good enough to put out there. I guess then you got to figure out the whole thing with that too. I think you got to send the song somewhere for the whole copyright thing. So I got a lot to figure out, guys. I got a lot to figure out. Click on it, make adjustments. Yeah, I'm gonna have to check that out. I use my notes app on my phone, made a template for the hashtags and the channels that I'm tagging. So basically cut and paste and just update the tag names. Yeah, I've never really tagged anybody. Is that the @ whatever channel? That's a good idea too. Saves a bunch of time. Yeah, I'm sure. It's complicated. I get hit on occasion. I think it's mixing that helps. And the background video makes a difference as well. Yeah. So yeah, that CD that I played during an auction, it's my CD. Like I made that CD in 2003. It's a long time ago. That's crazy that I can't believe I just said that. 2003. That's over 20 years. Holy crap. Man, where does time go? But yeah, I had a drum and bass CD and a house CD. Electronic funk was the house. A lot of like Chicago house and stuff like that. But yeah, I like mixing records, but I also have 2 CD players. It's the cheaper version, like the Pioneers. You can't scratch with them, but you can like speed it up and slow it down kind of thing. Not the easiest thing to use, but I have a lot of tracks that are on CD, and I have one of those CD DJ 2000s, but for some reason when it gets hot, the screen will cut out. The music will keep playing, but the screen will cut out. So you can't see where it's at, and that sucks, obviously. And I never did buy a second one, so there's no point in having one and then trying to use the cheap one back and forth. Like, that's kind of dumb, so I'd rather just use both cheap ones. But I do appreciate that, LLC. That was awesome. I think I'm about up to, that might be $70 now. I might be getting close to being able to cash out. You got to wait till you get $100 to cash out. I definitely need to post more videos, get more AdSense. I need to do some better thumbnails too. I use iMovie. And what I'll do is I'll just take a picture somewhere in the video, and then I'll just go into my camera into the picture, into photos, and then, you know, you can put words in there, but I haven't figured out any way where you can do like the outline, because it's hard to read sometimes without that outline. You can do that on shorts, like through YouTube, but I wish my phone would do that. The only thing I can do is like underline the word and just do it in white. Otherwise, it's really hard to see. Any other color is always hard to see. So that last one I did in white and underlined it so you could at least read it. But it'd be nice if I could put like a different color around it. Then it would pop and then it'd be easy to read. I'm sure there's another system I could probably get to download that would do that. Like I said, I'm so old school, it's ridiculous. I'm 45, you'd think I'm 65. Open a show with live instruments. Yeah, I need to practice. Definitely need to practice some more. I think I'm like through the phase of like, I was having like really bad issues with my knuckles and my wrists, and like just even being able to play guitar was like hard. And when I do play for a certain amount of time, the next day is rough. But I think I'm kind of getting over that a little bit. And drums, I actually recorded a video playing drums. Just kind of sat down, hit record, and sat down and played for like 5 minutes. But there was one spot in the middle where I messed up, and I was like, I can't post that. I am going to post something at some point of me just jamming on drums. I do have a short that I did. It's not good, actually. This was years ago. I said, you know what? I'm going to hit record, and I'm just going to play. And I hit record, and the first thing that came to mind, I just started playing it. And it was okay. It was not, the timing wasn't perfect, but I ended up posting that. That's a short, a long time ago. But that's the only music I really have on there of me playing anything. I play a lot of power chords when it comes to guitar. I have been trying to figure out some acoustic. I bought a Taylor a few years back, but I just don't play it enough to get good at it. I need to really sit down and try to... I did get good at one point, because I don't play songs. I just jam. I don't know how to play any songs. I purposefully don't learn songs because I want to be original. But it's kind of hard to come up with new stuff when you haven't played other people's stuff at the same time. So it's kind of a catch-22 there. I'm trying to learn the Alice in Chains Nutshell. I can play it, but not to where I don't mess up every time. That's kind of a hard one. Like my fingers, using 4 fingers at once is kind of tough. My pinky is rough. It's hard to press down hard with the pinky. And you play electric for a lot of years and then you try to go to acoustic. It's like a totally different world. It's like starting over. Put a banner in that has a direct pay link to bypass YouTube for tips. That's a thing? Man. Oh God, I'm so bad. I always put like my PayPal and my Zelle, I always put that into like every video. I try to always have that there just in case anybody needs to find it, especially if it's like an auction. I definitely do it in the auctions, but I always try to put it in everything just in case somebody's trying to find something. I can say, hey, just pull up any video. But it's not a link, it's just what it is. So you can do a link, huh? I got a lot to learn on here, man. I've been on here since 2020, and I'm barely getting by. Can you tell? That's good advice. I'll try iMovie. I tried Canva. I think I've heard of that before for helping to edit a thumbnail. But I'm way behind on the tech skills. Yeah, me too. There was something, Bellows. There's a thing that you can go to, and you basically go to their website, and you're doing it on like their, whatever the hell it's called. And so I guess it saves there, and then you can pull it. And I think you were able to do like 3 for free, but then you got to pay for it. And I did one a while back. I never even did that video, so I didn't use it. But that was cool. It wasn't too hard to use, but I don't even remember what it was called now. That's on my computer. Like I have a Canon 80D, which is an amazing camera. I never use it. I don't use it for coins a whole lot because like trying to make a video, whenever it zooms, or not when it zooms, when it focuses, it takes a minute. It's not like a camera. Like a camera's quick. Like you put your hand up there and like it focuses quick. With the Canon, it kind of takes a minute. And I feel like I'm just going to lose people if I try to do that. So I don't use it a whole lot. But if I'm doing something where it's not in and out showing coins, like I want to hook it up for the live streams and have like different cameras. And then I was going to use that for the coin camera or for the pour, like whatever it's looking at. And then just have it, you know, ready to go for that. Because you can do autofocus or just regular. You can just set it up and just let it be in the right spot. You can do that too. But man, I really haven't used that camera for much. And that thing was like $1,200. It might have been more than that. It might have been 15. Of course, I got a lot with it. It was like a whole set with the camera and 3 lenses and a bag and just all kinds of stuff. But yeah, I need to get out and use that more. I also she got me For Father's Day, I got a what is it called? It's the Creator Edition GoPro. So I need to get out and do some outdoorsy stuff with that. So there'll definitely be some variety coming here soon. Liberty Bleed Silver. Yeah, I think I was talking to him one day about something. He wanted to try to like jam or something. I don't know how you can do that though. It'd be cool if people could jam together, but the latency would have to be terrible. But wouldn't that be cool if like a couple people could go live and just jam together? I would love to figure that out. I don't know if that's possible, but that would be really fun. Snap and Scavenge, what's going on? I appreciate you stopping in. Yeah, this is a 999FineSilver alien spawn. I still need to clean the tail up there. I just cut it off a little while ago. And we got a revolver here. And I just did this, but you can see the wing didn't. The wing should look like the other side. So I'm not even going to clean it up. I'm just going to melt it back down. We'll give it another go. But yeah, on Thursdays at 2:30, I go live and try to pour something. It's not always pouring. Sometimes if it's raining or nasty out, really cold, you know, I might do some coin roll hunting or something like that. I need to make a thumbnail for that. I think whenever I go live, I want to have a thumbnail that looks professional instead of just a picture or just the CC, you know, logo. I can't do that no more. So yeah, I had the things for the auction. I have one for the auction preview that says auction, and then I have one for the actual auction. I think that looks way more professional than just, hey, I'm live with the CC on it. StreamYard, yeah, StreamYard. That's I set up OBS, but I can't figure out how to actually make it go live. I have everything set up. I have the Canon 80D for like the coin. I have a webcam. That's it's a nice one too. It's like the best one you could get back probably about 2 years ago. And then I have a coin, like a microscope. And it would be cool to be able to click on it. Like I know how to use it even, to click on a different screen and pull different things up. But to actually make it go live, no clue. To get videos onto it, like little short videos, if somebody's like dueling over something, I'd like to have like a little sword fight going on, or, you know, funny little clips of videos. I think somebody told me, I think if it's under 15 seconds, you don't have to worry about using somebody's video as long as it's under 15 seconds. I might be wrong about the time. Maybe it was 20 seconds. I think they said 15 though. And you can use any kind of thing. But StreamYard, yeah, I might just have to bite the bullet and just get on StreamYard. Rhonda has been on me. She's like, call me, let me know. And I can kind of walk you through it, because you don't have to actually go live to do it. You can just do it with somebody else. So that would probably have to be how I get in there and, you know, figure out how it works and everything. I'm just not really trying to pay for that, which is fine. You don't have to pay for it. But then you got the little StreamYards thing up in the corner, which I think kind of takes away from the picture a little bit. But, I mean, it's not that big a deal. But yeah, I should probably figure that out. You're working on OBS? Yeah, I watched quite a few YouTube videos. Now, keep in mind, this was like 2 years ago. This was right before I took that 2-year break. So actually, it's probably closer to 3 years ago that I set it all up and had it ready. And I was like, when I come back, I'm going to start doing live streams. And it just took me 2 years to come back. So it was probably a few months after I was kind of on that break. I quit drinking and smoking and was trying to like just be a better person. And dealing with a lot of grief. It just took me a while to kind of get over that and get back. But came back about, I don't know, what, 9 months ago now? I've been trying to work at it ever since. But yeah, it's cool. It's really easy to use. And I'm sure StreamYards is probably the same. I'd have to do another tutorial, because like I said, it's been a while, so I really don't even know how to use it now. I'm sure if I clicked around, I would probably figure it out pretty quick, but I don't even have the camera set up like I used to. I had to hook all that back up. Actually, this tripod right here was for that. And then I have my other tripod for making videos. And then that thing broke the other day, so I got to get a new one. Latency is a killer, but opening works. Yeah, I mean, if it's one person, I'm sure that will work. I did sit down and play guitar. There was a live stream where I sat and I played some electric guitar. And then played some drums. Kind of freestyling a little bit, just jamming out. That was back when I was drinking again. So I was just kind of loosey-goosey. Didn't really care what anybody thought, if I sucked or not. But the first time I went live on TikTok, I actually sat and I was playing acoustic guitar. So I'll get the nerve up. I just got to practice a little bit. You're always nervous until you do it. Once you hit record, once you get on the stream and you just start doing it, all the butterflies go away. It's kind of like going on stage. You're nervous right up until you're like halfway through the first song. Kind of like DJing. I'm sure you understand. I don't know if you've ever done any like big shows. But actually the biggest show I ever did, I was not that nervous. And you know what's funny too is the dude told me one of the turntables, I guess he didn't like his set and he tried to blame it on the turntable because they were kind of older techniques. And I was like, crap, you know, because he went on like 3 hours before I did because I was headlining that show. And when I went on, I did a flawless set. Everybody was breakdancing right in front of me until somebody fell into the stage and jumped my record. I grabbed it, scratched it a couple times, boom, and then dropped it again. And everybody in the room just went nuts because everybody saw what happened. I mean, I guess not everybody, but I'm sure there was some people that were like, man, this DJ sucks. But everybody that I could see knew what happened. That was a drum and bass show or set. I was headlining with Aphrodite and DJ Venom. Something for the blunted is what they called it in Ohio. The good old days. That was 2003. Wow. It's been a long time. Yeah, we might have to figure out the whole OBS thing. I would like to use it. But, you know, Rhonda, she wants to do stuff. And I know 3D, he uses it. And I don't know if anybody else really knows how to do the OBS. Because can you, I'm sure you can. You should be able to pull people into your live stream. Just like StreamYards. I would imagine it can do the same thing. But yeah, you know how I go live? I hit the plus sign, I go to live, and then hit go live. I do it the easy way. It's all through the phone, even the auctions. But it will be cool having multiple screens. And then you can have words like up on the screen. I can have my email address right up on the screen. I mean, I always tell people, go into the description and it's right there. But some people just don't listen. Man, this phone is about to die, guys. I'm gonna have to get off here and charge this up for a little while before I go to my daughter's dance tonight. She got a little dance recital. It's her last year in middle school, so next year is high school. I can't believe I'm saying that. Where does time go? It's crazy. But I do appreciate you guys hanging out with me today. Sorry the pour didn't work out, but hopefully next week it'll be a lot better. And I'll have more time to kind of hang out. Usually I go a lot later than this, but I guess it was 2 hours, over 2 hours. Too much typing, but yes, I could invite someone onto app before OBS and then to restream. Okay. Makes sense. We'll figure it out at some point. We'll get there. We'll get there. But let me get off here before the phone just dies and I don't get a chance to say goodbye. I do appreciate you hanging out with me. 3D Woodworks, thank you for everything. You're a really good friend, and much love and respect to you and everybody else. I appreciate everybody that hangs out with me. I go live on Thursdays at 2:30 until whenever. Sometimes it's 6 hours, to be honest. It has happened. And then every so I usually do my live streams for auctions on Fridays, and the last one was right before Christmas, so it's been a while. So we're gonna have another one probably next Friday. Stay tuned for that. If something happens and it's not next Friday, it'll be the following Friday. I have to do it by then. So yeah, other than that, I guess that's about it. If I post any videos, stop by, give it a like, leave a comment. It really helps the algorithm. I would appreciate that. You don't have to, but you know, if you feel so inclined, I would appreciate it. And then other than that, like I always say, I appreciate you stopping by. Hopefully I'll see you on the next one. Have a great day. Thanks, Bellows. Appreciate that. Still alive? I was trying to say bye and I hit some other thing. I went crazy. All right, guys. Ladies, later 7. Long live coins, Bellows Forge. 3D Woodworks, and anybody else that I haven't seen in a while. I appreciate you guys hanging out. Much love and respect. Hey, before you go, if you didn't do it already, double tap the screen real quick. Just double tap. I'm about to end it. Just double tap. Double tap. You know you want to. You know you want to double tap that screen. Just do it. Just do it. All right, guys. Much love and respect to each and every one of you. I'll see you next time.